Hey! Guess what this is? This is a complete. Every product on my face, every product is Wet n Wild. And if you want to see how I made this look, you just keep on watching, alright? So I want to get started with my Wet n Wild, all Wet n Wild makeup. On my foundation. Wet n Wild Coverall Cream Foundation in Fair Light. I'm just going to squish some of this out on my hand. A little bit will do it. A little bit. Well, it's probably a little much. Slapping it on. Slap it on. I have the back door open right now because it's a beautiful day out. And my dogs are baking in the sun. It's their Sunday treat. Taking a beauty blender that I've already moistened. I'm gonna pounce. I found that this foundation works best with the beauty blender rather than my brushes. It shears it out nicely. Get my chin and my neck. Lips. Pounce. Pounce. My eyes look like they're already made up for vampire days. Nope, it's just my skin. I'm actually taking some of the foundation and putting it over the top of my eye a little bit. Because I'm not using an eye primer, because I don't have a Wet n Wild one. Oops. Oopsies. Just making sure I'm all blended in. Gotta get my neck. Neck. Okay. Feel blended. Just taking the corner and popping that down a little bit over the eye area. Alright. Let's get some concealer out. This is the Coverall Wet n Wild Liquid Concealer Wand. And 813A medium. I'm doing it on my eyelid too as my eyelid primer. And using my finger, I'm just gonna press. Tap. That blends it out the best. I didn't like it with a brush either, so fingers work great as tools. Look at magic. Not the best under eye concealer, but it'll do. Help to hide some of that darkness. Hyperpigmentation, because I don't have dark eye circles, I have hyperpigmentation around my eyes. I'm going to let that sink into my skin a little, and then I'm going to do some brow work. Where'd my brow brush go? Did I move it? Excuse me. Brow brush. In my bag? No, I put it away. I don't have an eyebrow pencil or an eyebrow product from Wet n Wild, so I'm actually going to take a Great Glistener palette. See that? Right there. And use this brown shade mixed with this shade. And this is using my Real Techniques brow brush. Lightly feathering it in since it is a dark color. But that's okay. I like dark brows sometimes. Bam! Bam! I almost stamp it down. Stamp it. And then feather it back. I remember reading an article once saying this one gentleman liked to use eyeshadows for brow products that had a little bit of shimmer in it because he thought it looked natural. And that confused me. I'm like, eyebrows don't shine, do they? Do mine? They don't now. Gonna just brush them back. I prefer a spoolie, but I couldn't see one down there. Okay, let's do some powder action. I've got the Coverall Pressed Powder Compact in 823B, Light Pale, Wet n Wild. Not a bad product. I'm going to use an e.l.f. kabuki brush, and I'm actually just going to pounce it again. Trying not to move any of the foundation. Just by pouncing, we'll get some coverage and some powerful stay power. Powerful stay. Powerful stay. It's a powerful stay. I'm a little sinusy. Blah. Alright. I'm going to use this Wet n Wild Idolized Cream Shadow Pencil in 130 Pixie. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this because it's all shiny and metallic. I'm just going to draw it and not really blend it much with my finger because you don't want it to move too much. This is going to act as a base for my eyeshadows. Do the other side. As a sticky base to get those shadows to lock and load. Take a little underneath. And now I'm going to actually waterline and tightline my eyes first. And then we're going to use the Wet n Wild On Edge Long Wearing Eye Pencil by Fergie. And it does last a long time. A251 Midnight. Look how quiet. That was a great example of how smooth and creamy this pencil is. Blink, 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 blink. It feels like I'm actually just using liquid liner. Really a fan of this pencil. I don't have to work that hard. That makes me happy. It makes me happy. See the eyeshadows. Same palette, a Great Glistener. And a medium-sized fluffy-ish brush. I'm going to use the light brown right here. And I'm going to cut my crease in just by going back through my line. Side. You just keep working it until you get the color you want. But like I've said many times, I don't know if you're first time joining me, thank you for showing up. Wet n Wild eyeshadows are really good for a drugstore for certain. They're my favorite drugstore eyeshadow. Their other products are pretty darn good as well. Okay, grabbing another little palette. This is the Silent Treatment Trio. I'm going to take this base color here and use it on my lid space. all of these are shimmery. So if you have an issue with shimmer, sorry, Wet n Wild's not for you. I think it's because they have an issue with trying to find eyeshadows that blend well. I'm going to take this peachy pink on top, push it under my brow and down. But I don't mind shimmer eyeshadows. I know a lot of women do, a lot of men do too. I'm going to go back in with a little bit more of that brown shade from the Great Glistener palette here. Make sure I've got my crease exactly where I want it. Feels like I do. And I'm going to smooge under my eyelash line with the big fluffy brush. As I do this, it grabs a little bit of that excess eyeliner and blends it into my lash line. Bonus! It's a nice smoky look. Connecting it to the outer V. One more eyeshadow. Back into the Silent Treatment palette. We're going to use this sparkly black color with the long fluffy brush. Deepen the outer corner. See how that's magic? That little step really adds dimension to your eye. A little bit underneath with the big brush because I like that smoky look. Just gonna brush away some of the fallout. Fallout! Okay, I'm going to use my gel liner, which is actually my favorite gel liner of all right now. It's the Wet n Wild 886 Black Noir gel liner, and I'm going to use a fine pencil brush or a fine liner. Swirl it in there and gel it. Really close to the lash line. Not even gonna wing it, just gonna leave it like that. Cool. See how fast that was? That was just amazing. Very nice eyeliner, lasts all day. Very, very, it's like solid. It is solid, solid as a rock. Eyelash curlers. And this is the Mega Length Mascara by Wet n Wild. Not my favorite mascara, but I'll use it. It'll do. It's got this really thin, tiny, pokey brush. It's pokey. It hurts my eyeballs. Get all up in there. Woot woot. Get my lower lashes. I like this brush for lower lashes. That's nice. This is going to be the first time I'm wearing this mascara all day long. So I will give you a review. Time to blush it up. We're going to use this A251 Pearlescent Pink. It's a very pretty color. I like it. You don't need much because it is pretty pigmented, as you can see. And I'm just doing it up on my high cheekbone, kind of into my temple area, just to warm me up here. I don't have a Wet n Wild bronzer yet. They all seem pretty shimmery, so I don't like shimmery bronzers. Go ahead and add some highlight before I do my mouth. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Illuminating Powder in Catwalk Pink, 345. Actually, with the same brush, I'm going to swirl, tap, and just bring it down from my eyebrow bone to the upper part of my cheek. Taking my finger, gently drawing a line down my nose, right on the tip, and blending that out. And here, and a little there. Classic highlighting technique, right? Yep. Okay, the last part is the lips. We're going to use the Wet n Wild Coloricon lip pencil in Chestnut, and we're going to use it pretty lightly. Just to make a shape. And to hold our lipstick in. That's right. It's a long tutorial. It's from the beginning though. We're going to use Birthday Suit lipstick from Wet n Wild 360S. Don't even know if you can see that. I always say that, don't I? Gorgeous nude. It's a really pretty nude. There you have it. That's the entire face. Complete Wet n Wild. Top to bottom. I'm going to wear it all day. Maybe for some bonus footage I should come back and let you see me after the day. I might do it. Maybe I should. I think it's a very attractive look. I can wear this all day long. And it's inexpensive. It's so inexpensive. I should add it up and put it down in the space bar below. I think I'd do that. Anywho, thanks for stopping by. It ain't easy being green, but it sure is fun. Hey, it's been 5 hours now. This is what it looks like. Look, I still have some liner on. Lots of it. It did crease a little bit, but not too bad. I didn't have an eyelid primer, just remember that. If you would have had an eyelid primer, Sam, this would not have happened. Just going to fix that crease. Right there. Gonna take a little bit of powder right here. I could add more liner. Actually, I think my skin looks really good, considering. Maybe around the mouth because I ate. I had some fried chicken from KFC. Nom noms. Nom noms. Lipstick. Everything else looks pretty darn good. I'm just gonna say that right out loud. Maybe a little bit of liner. Stuff's great. Gotta try it. Pick some Fergies up. Fergie, 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 Fergie. Any bonus episode, right? Thanks. See you later. Ain't easy being green, but it sure is fun.